welcome to Bravo Confessionals. I'm Taylor, this is Mel, and that's Michelle, and we're Bravo Confessionals. Make sure you are following us on YouTube, and we also share our videos on Facebook. And we are here with, typically you've seen us with people that are featured on the shows, but the fans brought us this guy. His name is Mike, and I've named him Martini Mike, and he's the one that was there throughout this entire Real Housewives of New York, crazy, ravioli throwing, whatever else. He's gonna fill us in went on during this epic dinner. So thanks for joining us, Mike.
Yeah, welcome.
Of course, it's great to be here. Thanks, guys.
The internet asked and we answered, people. We found the face. We found the face to the meme.
Oh my gosh.
All of the girls, all of the drama, the man you want to talk to, Mike. So did you at all know that your face, it was going to blow up too? Because you were the MVP of that dinner, just so you know.
So, no, the only thing that I knew that was, I thought I would just be, a character in the background, kind of breaking the fourth wall here. At the end of filming, the producers came up and one of the women said, you probably want to sign this because you're in a lot of the scenes. So I was like, well, yeah, I have such a beautiful face. I want to give it to the people. So I signed it, and I honestly didn't know what was going to come of it because the whole dinner, they were there at least 2.5, 3 hours.
Really?
Wow.
It was a long time that they were there. So I figured if I was in that to be continued scene, the next episode, you would have seen more reactions, but hey, that one really stole the show.
So did you know that the Housewives were going to be at the Cookhouse? It's called Cookhouse in Newport, correct?
Yes. So no, I was there already. So in one of the scenes, you see Ramona kind of walking down a set of stairs. Mm-hmm. There's another bar up on the second level. I was already up there having a martini and dinner, and all the lights just turned up downstairs. So I asked the bartender, Rick, who, if anybody goes to Cookhouse, you have to sit with Rick. He's awesome. Luke is also awesome. And he said, well, they're filming here tonight, The Real Housewives of New York. I'm like, oh, well, God. So I stayed for another martini upstairs, and then they arrived. And then I had some friends text me saying, oh my God, did you see the Housewives are at Cookhouse? I'm like, yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
But then I moved myself to the downstairs bar, which the bartender that was helping the women, his name is Walt. He's also really good. He was like, this is crazy. These women are just nuts. So then
relentless.
Yeah, relentless. I was really surprised, especially because I've seen Tinsley there before. It's either a family friend or a personal close friend that owns it. And, she's there frequently. Her mother goes there a lot. They have a house in Newport. So I just felt bad for her because she,
is connected beyond the show.
Yes.
Yeah, she looked like she was mortified by the fact that they were doing this in her friend's bar or her friend's restaurant. It was pretty disturbing. I was actually feeling really bad for her.
Yeah.
I felt terrible for the guy. So were you around when Ramona was doing all of her flirting with that guy? I know he's getting a lot of heat, but I watched it back 3 times, and I actually feel bad for this guy. I feel like he was annoyed by the fact that this group of women just wouldn't leave him alone. So then he ends up snapping kind of on Tinsley. I don't know if that's what you saw because you were really there.
So I wasn't down at that bar when the women went up to the men at the bar. But what I do know is I snapped a picture of the friend that drove up sitting with Luann later in the evening at the table. So I guess the guy that had, I've seen memes of people calling us brothers because we had the big hair and
Rhode Island chic.
Yes, yes. I do feel bad for him because I don't think he was really expecting that. especially after that type of drive, you know, coming from Charlotte. That's what, maybe 7 hours or something, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Even more. It's at least like 14 or 15.
Yeah, that's a long drive, and you just want your drink, your martini, whatever you're drinking, and having these women kind of come up behind you, you know, if you're not, you know, feeling your best, you don't want to be put into that situation. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people also say he was staged, you know, somebody told him this is what he had to do. From what I've heard from people that work there, that's not the case at all.
I feel like he was caught off guard, and he was just like, at first he's like, sure, I'll entertain these old ladies.
Yeah.
Flirt a little, it's harmless. Like, I don't know, if I was at a bar with my husband and there was an old man that was trying to flirt with me, my husband would tap me on the shoulder and be like, go for it, honey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what it was. And it's just turned into this.
Well, it turned
bigger
against
chaos.
him. It turned against him very quickly. They were all like, you need to stop talking to her because she needs to join our table. It's not his fault. He's not talking to them. He was talking to his friend, and they all bombarded him. So at that point, he was annoyed. He's like, not only am I not supposed to be sitting at the bar with my friend, and you guys had taken that over, but now you're telling me don't talk to her and let her come to the table. I probably would have gotten the same reaction. Like, that sounds like your problem, not mine. You know,
We've talked about this before, Michelle, so Michelle and I are very kind of overtly, we're not shy, basically. So like,
Outspoken?
if we were, yeah, outspoken. Okay, whatever. Words. So we are very comfortable saying like, no, I don't think so. Or, you know, you better, you know, get your F out of my, something, whatever you want. So we are very much that way. So we have kind of empathized before with, you know, other people who are shown on these shows and, you know, them kind of getting a bad rap, and we're like, ooh, but it kind of would have been the same. So
I would have been the exact same way.
So what else went down? Because you're saying it lasted like 2.5 hours at least, and you were there. And I'm sure when they had you sign this thing, you were like, oh my gosh, like they probably caught all my reactions, but they only showed that like one little clip.
Yeah.
What else went down?
That's all that they needed, though. That's all that they needed. That
It was perfect, and we loved it, and we want
was
more of you. Everyone is saying, give this man an apple.
You gave the face that every fan watching the show was thinking. I was like, this guy is like my spirit animal. He was giving the face that I wish I was standing in the background. I would have been like the exact same way.
It was, it was rough. I mean, they were really loud, and there were people there like with families, and you could tell they were like, what is going on? Like, they weren't filmed. They were kind of off to the side, some of the other tables, but just the screaming was really intense. And I had, you know, I have a lot of girlfriends, and like, I've never seen a group of people ever act like that.
No,
They
it's
did
embarrassing.
show was a gourd being thrown by Sonja, tossing it across the table. That wasn't shown.
Seriously.
Mhm.
But Luann set fire to the corn. Like
I mean, it's really rich. They do this all the time where they get away, you know, they think that their behavior is like, you know, above, and then everyone else needs to. And you're like, wait a minute, you guys are yelling like banshees in a restaurant. You're like, there's 2 guys at a bar, and you're like, those are mine. It's just like, you are the problem.
It was, especially because a lot of them are, you know, trying to show off that they have class, or, you know, because they have money, they can do whatever they want. The cookhouse, from my experiences going there, is like a really old school type of restaurant. Like, they don't allow gentlemen to wear hats inside. They really strongly suggest not wearing jeans there. Kind of in the off seasons, they give you a little more leeway, and this was filmed in October, so I think the guy wearing the shorts, you know, that whatever, it's October, but
That probably makes a little bit of sense, because I know as Sonja was walking in, she made the comment that like, oh, Ramonas said I can't wear these pants, or whoever it was. She was wearing like sparkly pants.
yes,
And she was like, oh, she said I can't wear that, but I can wear whatever I want. But like, if you're at an establishment, like, respect where you're going and then move forward. I don't know.
So I actually, before I signed the release, and I think the cameras were still up, so I don't know if they might have, hidden footage or whatever. I went up to Sonja and I was like, I really love your pants. I'm a fashion stylist, so I really, whenever I see somebody wearing something really cool, I have to compliment them.
Yeah.
And I crouched down so I could be like eye level. She was still sitting at the table. She's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, are they Avenue Montage? Where did you get these? And she's like, they're Sonja by Sonja Morgan. I'm like, of course, good for you.
Of course they are.
She might have had her issues with the toaster and, her other business adventures, but she really, you could tell that she's passionate about what she does because she wears her product.
Yeah.
And
That says a lot.
a little glimpse of her pants and she was still wearing them.
That's awesome. Now, you said you're a fashion designer or a fashion
Stylist.
Please don't pay attention to this. It's better. My kids all day. But
Please.
where are you a fashion stylist? Where can people find you?
So I have some friends here that their parents have asked me to help them. I am furloughed at the moment from a small boutique here in Rhode Island. Unfortunately, COVID-19. So I was working there. I go into people's homes too, and we kind of do like a closet clean out where we'll go through and we'll say, what have you worn in the past year? What haven't you? What fits? What doesn't? And then we just organize it and donate to wherever the client wants to donate to. I really get a lot of joy out of helping people feel their best no matter your size.
Do you travel?
In Rhode Island. Yeah. I can fly.
Help me?
I'll fly out to Ohio.
Hell yeah, we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Come to New Jersey too. It's fine.
New Jersey, South Carolina, wherever you guys want me to go.
Listen, my closet, I think you would hate everything in it, but I have just like a staple, and it's a staple outfit. It's workout pants and a workout shirt, and that's it. So that's all we wear over here.
So how can people find you if they want to get you to come out to help them? How can they find Instagram?
Instagram is the best place. I've really, even before the Housewives, I didn't have a lot of followers, but people would see the pictures that I post and they're like, oh, you dress really interestingly. We don't see a lot of guys dressing like this anymore. So I have had a couple of people reach out through there. And now with the Housewives meme gift thing, it's really exploded and people are like, I'm so interested in what,
I saw you doing a live, I think, last night with your face creams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I woke up to there being a meme on my Instagram, and it was you and then the guy that they were talking to or harassing at the bar, and it said, your face when not enough of this guy is shown in a Real Housewives of New York episode. And I was like, yes.
Seriously, so many people, if you just Google right now, Real Housewives of New York latest episode, people are talking about you, who is this guy? He needs an apple. Your face said it all.
Yeah, and it really, it makes me happy to be able to share that, I guess, with people. Right now, the world is, I don't want to get into too much, political talk right now, but it's really heartwarming to me that people are like, wow, this guy's funny, let's smile today, let's be happy today.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people, message me, DM me on Instagram and saying you're iconic, you're this, you're that, this is great. And I'm trying to respond to everybody saying, just kind words, because it really just, just be nice. My God, make it nice. Come on.
Thank you. I've been saying it for years. Just be nice.
I have to ask, how was the ravioli incident when Leah threw the ravioli?
Nuts. I didn't know what was being thrown at first. And then my friend that was there, Chris, was like, I think she just threw food. I have never seen that before in my entire life. It was, I was flabbergasted.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that entire dinner is probably like way beneath, you know, that restaurant. So it was like.
So they didn't really show that like Ramona had too much of a reaction. I mean, she literally sat there with ravioli still on her face and didn't really say anything. Was it more behind the scenes that like they didn't cover, or was it pretty much like what they showed?
She was pretty loaded up on.
Yeah, that's what I figured
A
too.
lot of them were, and I think it was just a slow reaction to like, wow, I really just had food thrown in my face? I'm like a 60-year-old woman and I'm having a food fight, you know, which I gotta say, I might have people hate on me saying this, but I think Leah is really kind of like that piece that is, you know, creating some more interesting drama. You know, especially since Bethany left, I think they needed that young character in the show to kind of mix it up because everybody's, you know, getting old.
Right.
We agree. We love Leah. We are here for Leah all day, every day.
And she's super nice. She, one of the things that I reposted on my story, she commented saying, "Oh my God, you're iconic." And I was like, wow, like you took, I know her, I was like, wow, she really took time out of her, you know, I'm sure her Instagram, you know, was always blowing up. So it was really cool that she messaged me. Yeah, she's just like badass. So
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else happened. From what I was told, if you kind of zoom in, people were trying to find out if Luann was drinking or not at the dinner.
Oh, yes.
So from what I heard, and Luann, if you watch this, please correct me if I'm wrong, but that was vodka water you were drinking with a lime. From what I
feel like that's her go-to because it can like,
it looks like water.
You know, yeah, it looks like water.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, props on her though. She is trying to like, I mean, I'm not like the alcohol police, right? If she's old enough to make her own decisions, if she wants to drink, but she doesn't want to come off shocking to people because she knows people are watching her, like I would do the same thing. I would pour the vodka in my water and put a lime in there.
Hello, she set the table decorations on fire. There was clearly some influence over alcohol. There's no way. I can't do that. But, well, anyway, Michael, we want to really say thank you so much for joining. It was really fun, and this was great to get to know you and see face to the meme.
Yes.
Here are my rings, just so everybody can see, because I had a lot of people saying, like, what are you wearing?
Yeah,
so,
what are, like, where are those from?
One is from a jewelry store in Boston, Shreve Crump and Low, and then the other one my parents got for me. They're just signet rings. I'm really obsessed with monograms. If you follow my page, you'll see that like all my sheets are monogrammed.
I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if people are interested in seeing some cool fashion and, you know, want to be uplifted, follow me on my Instagram. I'm not really on Twitter.
Absolutely.
But
we are super excited for you. So we're going to put out all of your links and all the ways that people can get in touch with you and all of that. And we're just super excited to see someone who, you know, we always see people in the background, but this is like, girl, you were the background.
So is there anything else at all from that night that you've been thinking about the past couple days that you're like, bam, pow, quick? You'd say?
Just a lot of alcohol was being consumed, and they did go to another restaurant after Diego's, which is across the street, for more drinking.
See, they cut that whole thing out.
Yep. They really didn't show a lot, so I hope Andy watched this, put it in the behind the scenes type of thing. Like, we want to see more because there is more, and I think people might change their opinions about the girls.
Amazing. So thank you so much for joining us, Martini Mike, as I'm calling you. It was so much fun, and I'm sure we'll be in touch, and make sure you check out all of Mike's social media stuff and follow us on YouTube so you can see this whole video. And it's been so much fun, and we'll chat again, I'm sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm ready if you're ready. So much love in this heart of mine.